Hey there, this is part 2 of Board Games for Christmas, and today I have all kids games, which is going to be super fun. It's something I've enjoyed all year, is getting board games for my grandkids. I've recently gotten into board games. Half of these are from my house, from my collection. The other half I borrowed back from my grandkids so I could show you today. So what I want to do is give you a sense of each of these games. I'll go through them. You'll get to take a look at them. I'll talk about the gameplay and the age group that they're good for. And I have a range of from, say, toddler to upper elementary, mostly. There's a few games that are for older kids too, but that's probably the bulk of the games. And actually, this is an adult game here, but we've been playing it with the kids, and it's been great. It's one of our favorite recent purchases. And it's going to be fun. Okay, first game is doggy bags, and there are 2 doggy bags, so it's a 2-player game. And very, very simple idea, but it's great because you have to take turns, and there is a winner and a loser, even though it is for young kids, and I like that. I like cooperative games too, but I think that there's a place for winning and losing, and teaching kids that early, I think, is a good idea. So in this game, the little dog, I think his name's Frankie, he's hungry, and he likes to eat all kinds of food, really almost any kind of food. And so every doggy bag is going to have this selection of food in it, which matches the cards out here. And these cards will get turned over like this at the start of the game. And let me get my food in my bag here. This also is a good game because, as you'll see in a minute, it kind of right off the bat teaches kids to not cheat, because in this game they'd be probably very inclined to cheat because it'd be pretty easy to cheat. So everybody has their doggy bag. Somebody's holding that one. And you turn over the first card, which is, oh, it's a chili pepper. Now I'm going to dig in here, but I cannot look. And I'm going to try to find the chili pepper. And whoever finds the chili pepper first gets to feed it to Frank the dog. Let's see here. Oh, I found it. I get to take that card and keep it. And as soon as I have fed Frank the dog 5 items, I win. So that goes back in my bag. We turn over the next card, and the minute it's laid down, you start. Okay, grapes. Where's the grapes? Got it. But if you happen to be like, you just put it back in and keep going. Grapes. Get to keep that card. So very simple process, but I think it's a great, again, introductory game because you have to take turns. You win and you lose. It can be a little hard on this one if the age range maybe is quite a bit different between the kids, because if you're real good at the tactile, then you'll just smoke the other person the whole time, which is no fun. So you might have to gauge a little bit who's playing together, but I think it's a great little game. Okay, next up is Little Bird Big Hunger, and this is also just right for toddlers, although my grandkids that are like 4 and 6 still like to play the game because they can just do it whenever they want to and they don't even need help. This will add rolling dice and choosing different things to match up what's on your card. And the artwork is adorable. I love it. So I set up a little 2-player game here. This is how you would start. So you put your little chicks turned over so you can't see them, biggest up to the smallest, and you'll see that you have a little egg that's about to hatch here. And at the start of the game, everybody lets their little chick hatch. And now little chick is hungry, and you gotta feed your little chick whatever the card shows. Everybody's card is different, but to start it'll be 2 items on each card. So you need berry and a worm, or berry and seeds on this one. And so each player will roll the dice, which will tell them what to pick from the food supply to feed their little bird. Now the rules say that when the person rolls the dice, everybody gets to choose that same thing at the same time. I taught the kids not to do that. I taught them that when they roll the dice, that's just for them and that's for their bird. The next person will roll their dice to get their food, because to me it was just way too easy if everybody was picking food the whole time. So that's how I prefer to do it. So I'll play a couple rolls here. So, oh, I got a worm, yay. So you pick the worm and you put it over the top. Next player's turn. A fly, I don't need a fly. This person, a berry, oh, you got lucky. Just like that, covered both of the food items, so that means I put it back in the food supply, and my little chick just got bigger. And now there's 3 food items I have to get. So the game just continues, rolling the dice, and this is a choice. It's a berry or a fly. I'm going to pick a berry. This person's turn. A worm, don't need a worm. This person would roll a fly, nope. A fly, yes. And so on until you fill up your card, and you just keep going until somebody gets all the way through the cards until the little chick, the little bird is full grown and they fly away. So cute and so sweet. Again, it takes 5 or 10 minutes to play, maybe, but a lot of good little components in it, and it's a really affordable little game. I think it's like $10. So to me, it was worth $10, even though it may not have longevity throughout their childhood. It's such a great game to get started on, I thought. Really fun, really sweet, great packaging. Okay, now we are stepping into legit board gaming here. This is the Ladybug game, which is such a creative game, and it was actually designed by a girl. I think she was like 12 years old. I think her and her dad designed it. One of the things I love about it that is fun and I suggest doing is it comes with this story of these ladybugs, these 4 little ladybugs, and how they get in the predicament that they're in, and it makes traveling the board a lot more fun when you have the backstory. So that is a little bonus feature there. And the premise of the game is that you have, oh, what's their names? Let me see here. We have 4 ladybugs. We have Ella Yellow, Ricky Red, Tommy Teal, and Olivia Orange. And they live over here in the rose garden. But one day the wind blew them away, way far over here. And so they're trying to get back home. But they can't fly because it's too cold out. And so they have to crawl. And they have all sorts of adventures on the way. And so they start here. I placed a few out here so you could just see some of the action that happens. So a few of the things that are going to happen on the way is they're going to have to go past this praying mantis, and they're all scared of him. And the only way you can get past him is if you have earned a praying mantis pass card. And if you get that, when you get to him and he's like, stop, you can't go past here, you can go, bug off, and you can go by. You get these at different places on the board. And if you get one before you get there, you just save it and you wait. And as soon as you get here, when he makes you stop, you go, bug off, and keep going. But if you don't have the pass, you have to go back to start. All the way back to here. And then they have some fun areas like, well, here, if you happen to go here, it says you get 3 aphids. You're going to want aphids because later you're going to be, well, you're hungry. But also, later on, you're going to meet up with these bully ants. And they won't let you go by unless you give them 10 aphids. So you are saving them up, hopefully, that you'll have enough once you get there. So it's counting, and you turn, I should go like this. This is how you move. You draw a card and flip it over, and it says you get 4 aphids. So I'm not going to move on that turn. I'm just going to get 4 aphids. This is also great because they have symbols on them, so you don't have to be able to read to play this game. You learn what the symbols are real easy. The next person, move ahead 6 spaces, and it shows an arrow going forward. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I don't have a praying mantis. Pass. I'm going to have to go back to the beginning. If I had happened to land right here, I could slide on the branch and scoot past that praying mantis. And let's see what some more cards say here. Move ahead 1 space. Oh, yay, I get 5 aphids. These are really cute little designs here too for these little aphids. Pretty sturdy little cardboard pieces, I would say. These kids have played this game hard and it's still in great shape. So they've had it for maybe 2 years now. You get 3 aphids, yay. And so let's just say like here you would lose an aphid. So you're learning counting, subtracting, adding up. And if you get up here to the ant and you don't have 10, let's see here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, I can go past. But if I didn't, then I gotta loop around here and gather aphids as I'm going and try again to get past. And then eventually it's the first person who gets home is who wins. And you can play either that you have to have the exact number to get in there, or you can play the just as long as you can go in with your number, then that's fine. Let me just see what else is in here. They also have a little symbol of the ladybug for when you get to go again on your turn. It's pretty fun. The kids love it. They're still playing it. So ages, they probably started playing, well, the one started playing it when she was 3. And the oldest that's playing it now, my one grandson who's 8, I'm not sure if he's enjoying playing it right now or not. I can't. He's so into Legos that who knows. But for sure the 4 and the 6-year-old are playing it all the time. So it's a great game. Okay, That's Pretty Clever for kids. I have the adult version of it, and this is a roll and write game. It's pretty fun. So I'll show you what you do. You have a whole page here of, it looks like a birthday party. You've got a row of balloons, candles, donuts, cake, and cupcakes, and then presents here. And we're going to be marking things off to get points. And what you're going to do is categorize by color first. So blue, green, and red. And I can pick from these color choices here. If I want to pick the candle, I could mark this one off, and I'm trying to get across here to a star to circle it and get points for those stars. Or I could do these 2 presents. Over here in the blue, I'm not going to be able to use because you have to have a pair of donuts, a pair of cakes, a pair of cupcakes. So I already had marked some off on my page here. So I will pick the green, and I'm going to mark a yellow off. Now I've completed this row, so I get a star. I'm going to circle that, and I have a blue present. I'll go ahead and do this one so I can work on going across. Now the other players can use these if they can. They can anybody can choose any of those that they want. They don't have to choose the same ones, and they would mark off what they could mark off. Then it's the next person's turn, and same thing, you're going to group them by color. And let's just pretend that I'm the next person here. So on the balloons, you have to go left to right. I don't have my red balloon yet, so I can't do that. Let's just pretend that I did. Let's pretend I already had the red. So in this case, I could do the purple and the green and mark them off. I could do a candle. I could do a purple present. I can't do a cake because I have to have 2 at a time. So I'm going to do these balloons. So I choose these. I'm going to mark off the yellow or the purple balloon, and do you notice that there's a green ring? That means I get a bonus mark off in the green area. Anything in the green area I can mark off right now. I'm going to do this one so I can keep making my way across. And then I have the green balloon also. Now the other players would choose which one of these they wanted to use. So we'll go for a little bit further here. We'll just play this out a little bit. That balloon cake. Oh, I've got cakes. I'm going to take the cakes. I'll do 2 cakes. I've got another green bonus, so I am going to mark this one off, and I've completed that row and got that star. The other players would choose one of those scenarios to do. And I'll do a few more here. We got 3 candles. Okay, let's see. 3 candles. Oh, I can't do that one. Oh, I do need that balloon, and 1 cake doesn't do me any good, so I'm going to choose the balloon, and there's another star. So that is how the play goes. You just work your way around, and at the end, you just count up all of your stars, and that's whoever has the most points wins. And you notice that's what's fun about it, is all the chaining that happens. So the more you get, all of these bonuses, like at some point you might have like, maybe I get this candle and I mark it off, and I get to mark off something in the blue. And if I come over here and mark off the donuts, oh, well, now I've got a red bonus. Oh, okay, well, I'm going to go over here and mark off a candle, and it can start really chaining, and it's super fun. The kids love this game. And my one set of grandkids in Alaska, they love this. They take it on their boat when they go out overnight on their boat on fishing trips because it's so portable. It's great that way too. I suppose you could take it on a plane if you had, you know, something to roll your dice. You wouldn't want to lose your dice, but it could be pretty good for portable situation. Okay, this game is called Sleeping Queens, a card game. And like the name says, you're going to have sleeping queens. And the person who can wake up 5 queens wins the game. Depends on how many people are playing. That'll be tweaked a little bit. There's also an option. Here's the queen cards here. There's also an option to go whoever gets to 50 points first, and different queens are worth different amount of points. But so far the kids have just been playing, you know, the number of queens you get, which makes it really easy. Especially it's nice when you have 4-year-old through 8-year-old, and the 4-year-old's not going to be able to tally up 15 plus 5 plus 5 plus 10 kind of a thing. So very easy to play just by how many queens you get. So let me just give you a quick little look at the queens here. Pancake queen, they're all silly like this. The rose queen, if you wake up the rose queen, you get to wake up a second queen. She has a little bonus. Rainbow, moon queen, heart queen. Really fun pictures here. And then the dog queen and the cat queen. With these two, you can't have 2 of them, the cat and dogs fight. So you can't have 2 of both of those at the same time. So if you already have the dog queen, you can't pick up the cat queen. You have to put it back. So when you start the game, you got to get these queens sleeping out here. There's a little bit of a memory thing, because if somebody ends up somehow like having to put a queen back, and if it's like the rose queen, which you want, because then you get to pick 2 queens, then you need to kind of know where it was out there. And then here's a little example of right here, some of the kings. Cookie king, fire king, hat king. So let me just stick them in there for now. Everybody's going to get 5 cards. There's also these other cards. So everybody's collecting queens. So if you happen to have a knight in your hand, you can play a knight and steal somebody's queen from them. But if they have the dragon will fight off the knight and they can't steal it. Same thing if you happen to have a potion, you can play a potion on somebody's queen and make that queen go back to sleep. But if you have the wand, you can defend yourself against that potion. And then the gesture, I'll show you here in a minute what the gesture does. It has its kind of special rules. So you're going to have 5 cards in your hand, and there's different things you can do. So like in this example, I have a king, so I could go ahead and play a king and wake up a queen, and I got the peacock queen, so I would keep that in my little pile there and then draw again. And then let's just say I am the next person and this is my hand. I do have a king, so I could get a queen, and that is what you would do. But just for fun, let's just say, oh, I am going to play a knight and steal your queen and put her over here. And I didn't have a dragon, so I can't defend myself. And so they would get my queen. And then the other thing I could do, let's just say that let's say I didn't have a, let's go like this. Let's say that this is what my hand looked like here. So I have no kings, so I can't get a queen. I don't have a knight. I can't steal anybody's. I don't have a sleeping potion. So I have 2 options. I could play the gesture, which I can show you here in a minute. Or if I want to switch out my cards, I can trade out my number card. It doesn't matter what the number is, but if I put 1 down, I can pick up a new card. The other thing you can do with the numbers is, oh, I've got a pair. If I put a pair down, I get to draw 2 cards. And now I got a king and another gesture. The other thing you can do, let me pick this back up for a second here with the numbers. And again, with the littler kids, you don't have to even play it this way with doing the math that I'm about to show you here. But let's say this was my hand. I can do all of these because 3 plus 2 is 5. I could put all 3 down because it makes an addition problem and then pick up 3. So that's a fun thing too as you get going in this game. When you can start doing math, then you can start really switching out your cards, because there's a lot of number cards and not so many of the king and different things. So let's just say that I was going to play the gesture as I played it. So I'm going to pick up the card. If it's a power card, which were these cards that were down here earlier. What's this here? I forgot what this was. If it's any of these cards that are showing here, and there was a wand here, I guess I got rid of it there. There's a wand. These are all considered the power cards. If I draw and it's a power card, I just keep it and nobody knows what I had. But I drew a number, so I'm going to lay it down, and now I'm going to count to 9, starting with myself around. We'll pretend these animals are players. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That person gets to pick a queen. So Penguin, you get the pancake queen. So it's kind of a fun thing that happens. And the game just continues like that until somebody gets 5 queens, or however you're playing. Sometimes it's 4 queens, or if you want to play by points, it'd be 50 points. Super fun game. The kids love it. It's held up great. They play and play and play this, so it's a great game to have. And there also is a Sleeping Queens 2 that I haven't got to try yet. I want to get that soon for them. I'm sure it's good too. Okay, on to the next one. This is Smart Farmer by Smart Games, and it's a one-person, so it's a solo game puzzle that you're going to figure out how the animals go and get the fences in here just right to solve the puzzle, and I'll explain that here in a minute. But what's great about this game is it is a solo game. And so for when moms need to be busy doing things and can't be playing with the kids or washing the dishes or whatever, it's a game the kids can do on their own. At the very beginning, it takes a little while for them to figure out how to do the game. So you'll be playing with them multiple times until they get the hang of it. But my grandkids started on this, I think they were 2 or 3 when they started on it. And so it starts out in beginner level and it goes all the way to expert or master level here. And some of them can be pretty challenging, actually. So it's fun for adults, too. So what you do is there's this little booklet of diagrams showing how to set the animals up inside the pen here. And as you go, you get more and more animals in the mix. And then eventually you'll start adding water to it, too. But what you're trying to do is get fences between all the animals so that the light kinds are together and not mixed with the other kinds. So let me just pick one here to start. How about this one? So you set it up according to what the picture shows, which is also great because it's a top-down view. And so it's really great for kids to be transferring what they're seeing here onto here, 2D to 3D. So we've got our little sheep here. And you got to have their nose pointing in the right direction. So that was really good practice for the kids. So like they might just like set it down like that because there's a sheep right there. But the nose is pointing this way. So you have to turn it. And we have a couple pigs here. And we have a light gray horse. And we have a black horse. That's also nice about the cows, a light and a dark, so you get to learn that. So now we have these 3 fence options, and we're trying to get the pigs together, the sheep together, and the horses together using just those 3 fences. Or you might only need 2 fences, just depends. So you would go in here and figure out how to separate them. And I see right away I'm going to do this. And now the sheep are in their own pen, the horses are in their own pen, and the pigs are in their own pen. And we'll do another couple here so I can show you. And these little animals are just adorable. Very well made. Little cow, this little pig. They're made out of rubber, but it's kind of a hard rubber. So cute. Okay, so let's pick another one and do it here. Take the fences back off. It was also good for the kids because at the beginning, if it was hard at all, they would like, Bamba, would you help me? And I'd be like, no, just keep trying, and will you tell them to give me a hint, and I might just say, well, maybe just try using this fence and not tell them where to put it, but like, maybe try this fence. Have you tried that? Or maybe pick it up and try turning it like this, and give them hints. But they didn't want to struggle through it at the beginning, but then they got to where they really liked it. So it's good for that too. So I'll go up here to junior level here, and let's see here what this one is. So we've got, boy, this has all the animals in it here. And in the expert level, they'll add water, and then you'll have to get, I'll show you a picture like this, And so then you have to have a pig with water, a cow with water, and a sheep with water within their own pen, however that ends up working out. So we have the light colored cow, dark colored cow, pigs, pig, light horse looking at dark horse. Okay, let's see if I can do it. Okay, I don't know. I didn't look at these ahead of time, so we'll see how it goes here. Well, that's a little tricky right there. I may not be able to do that. I think I might have to do this, actually. Maybe put this here, and yes, put this here. And they each are in their own pen. Super fun game. Really good for the brain. My son's father-in-law came to visit here not very long ago, and he had a good time doing all the master level ones. And he had a little challenge doing that. And at the back, they have the solutions for it if you really get stumped. But it's a great game. And I have another smart game, and this one is Little Red Riding Hood. And I haven't played this so much, so we'll see if I can do this on camera. I actually found this one at the thrift store this year, and I snatched it right up. I paid usually $2 or $3 for games at thrift stores, and this is like a $30 game probably. What's nice too about the components of these games, like you could really wash them off easily. So it's the same idea. You pick a puzzle in here to do, and it has starter all the way to master. And let's try this one. So you just match up, and they have solutions in here too. So you got to get everything in the right spot. So house is here, and you can't have it like this with the chimney hole over here. You got to match it to the picture. And we've got a tree and a tree, and look at Little Red Riding Hood, and here's the wolf. Sometimes the wolf is in there too. And what you're going to be trying to do is get Little Red Riding Hood into the house. And if the wolf is in the mix, you'll have to get a path. These are the paths into the house as well, but this one doesn't have the wolf. So let's see if I can do this one. And you can use any of these tiles to get it done. So we'll start, the door to the house is right here. So I got to try to get her, she's got to be on the path, but that turns her the wrong way, so that's not going to work. Let's see here. This one, it gets her there, but it doesn't turn to go in. What would turn to go in? Let's see if I got this one here. What could I put with it? I might have to send her on a little wild goose chase here, maybe. Let's see here. This one I can't make line up with her. And actually, I'm not sure if I can turn her sideways. I think I can. So I might be able to do something like that. Let me see if this works. What can turn and go there? This one? Not quite. Nope. I'm not sure. Let's see. This way. Okay, let's try this. Can't go that way. That loops her back around. Well, I should have picked one that I could solve. Come on, Little Red. Well, let's go backwards. What can go into the house would be maybe the way to go. This one cannot. This one can. This one can, but it would run into the tree, so that can't be that one. This would make a roundabout, so that ain't gonna work. What could hook up here? This one can. So, okay, now maybe I'm getting somewhere. This. How am I going to get that to her? Not this one. No. What else will hook onto here? Maybe this one. Okay. Where else can I go? Oh, am I really going all the way around the horn here? No. That don't work. Well, I'm gonna have to look at the solution. Okay, so this, oh, that was master. No wonder I picked the master level. Master 21. Let me find the solution here. Well, where is it? Maybe it's on the next page. Oh, it is. Okay. Oh, Okay, so here's what they say to do. This, nope. Where'd it go? This one. I didn't think about that this one could go there. Sure enough, it goes in there. I just didn't turn that around. Okay, and then this one. And this one. So she can turn and go all the way in. Okay, well apparently I need to practice this one. And I'd like to. I love doing this kind of thing. I should have paid attention and not picked the master level right off the bat. So it's a kid's game, but clearly adults can be challenged by it too. I should probably try a little easier one. Let's see if I can do it. Let's see if I learned anything. Let's do a junior level here real quick. Here, whoops, here, here, and here. Okay, I'm going to do one with the wolf though. It'd be fun to do one with the wolf. Let's see here. He might only be on the beginner level one. Let's see. Here's one. Oh, that's expert again. Yikes. I don't want to embarrass myself again. Here's one. This is junior. Let's try this one. Sorry. I'll do this, this, this. Chimney's in the right spot. And the wolf. So now we got to get the wolf and Little Red Riding Hood into the house. So we have a door here and here, right? Yes. All the way around. So, okay. What can we do here? The wolf. Will any of these wrap into him at all? Okay, wolf can get in right there. We'll see if that, now let's see if we can get Red Riding Hood in. She's going to have to go like that. Is she going to have to go a roundabout way again? Well, I can't go past that tree, so I can't use that one. This one can't use. Can't use that one. I can use this one. Oh, she can come around the back door here. Here we go. Okay, so now she can go this way, and wolf can go this way. Okay, so I kind of redeemed myself there. Super fun game. They have a whole bunch of them in this series, and the kids have one more that I didn't get when I borrowed the games from them, and it's called Hoppity Hop or something like that. Same size board type of a thing, and it's bunnies and foxes, and then the corners are bunny holes, and there's mushrooms. And so the bunny is trying to get back, all the bunnies are trying to get back to their hole, but the only way they can move is to jump over something. And so there's little mushrooms that they can jump over, or they can jump over the fox, or they can jump over another bunny, and then the fox can actually slide back and forth on the board. So you might slide him forward in order to let the bunny jump over. That's really just super fun games, and they're all solo games. Lots and lots of options. Okay, next up I have OUTFOXED, and it is like a whodunit for kids. Another really fun game. And what we have is a thief. Actually, it's a fox, but we don't know which fox, who wants to steal Mrs. Plumpert's pie. And we have a little fox guy here that is on his path to run home with the pie to his foxhole. And so we are trying to catch him before he gets there. And the detectives have these little detective hats. We're going to get clues along the way. We have suspects turned over upside down along the board here. Let me just show you what some of them look like. We have, and they have different outfits on, and so we're going to be getting clues to find out, does the fox or does the thief have a cane or not? Does it have a top hat or a bag or a red scarf? These are fun names. So Ingrid, Beatrice, there's boys and girl foxes, but they're all over here and we don't know, who's where. And the matching to the suspects is on these thief cards here, and we pick one at the beginning of the game. We don't know. You'll see how this works, but see how there's names on them that match. Alice is out here somewhere in the suspects. Harold's out here somewhere, but we don't look at that. We just kind of shuffle them up. We pick one, put the others aside, And then this is our, where we get our clues. What we got here? We slide them in here, so now we can't see them. And we can turn this over now. And these are our clues. We get clues at all of these spots with paw prints on it. And to start the game, we get to turn over 2 suspects. So we will start with Daisy. She's got a black cape and a cane, a necklace. I should have got my glasses. And let's just turn this one over. Belvedere. Okay, so we don't know if these are actual suspects or not. We're going to get some clues. So when you roll the dice have paws, which would indicate you're going to get a clue. This is from this stack. But if you roll eyeballs, then you get to turn over more suspects to try to have more to pick from. But before you roll, you got to pick what you want to roll for, and you get 3 rolls. And you have to have all the same. So let's just say I want to roll for a clue. Keep that paw. Oh, I got. Okay, and then you count up your paws, and that's how many you get to move. I get to move 3. I'm going to try to go over here. 1, 2, 3. I made it. So I get a clue. And the clue says gloves. And we're going to find out, does the thief actually have white gloves on or not? So we put it in the little clue. There's a name for this, but I can't think of the name of it. And when we slide this open, we can see behind it there if it's white or green. If it's white, the suspect does not have white gloves. If it's green back behind there, then that means they do. So that's happening because this is what's behind that. So we know that this suspect does not have white gloves. Let's see, does our suspect have white gloves? They do not, so they might still be the thief, and they do not either. So that didn't actually help us. So the next person will roll. I'm going to go for clues. Oh, I got clues right off the bat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll be this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get another clue. Oh, red scarf. Well, neither one of our suspects have a red scarf, but if this says that the thief has one, we can eliminate them. So let's see. And nope, they don't have a red scarf. So we just have to remember that. Whoops, okay. Let's roll again. Oh, clue. I'm going to go for clues. Okay, so I get 2 more rolls to try to get clues. Oh, good, got it. 5. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I made it all the way. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Top hat. Okay, this will help us because this guy has a top hat. So one way or another, he's either going to stay a suspect or we'll eliminate him. So let's find out. And no top hat. So that means Belvedere is not the thief. So he can go back in the, I'll just put that discard pile over here and we can turn over. Actually, I forget. Do we turn over another one? I don't think we do. We have to do it. So let's have the next person then. I want to go for a suspect. I need eyeballs. Uh-oh. Oh, got it. 3. Well, yeah, it doesn't matter. I don't move when I do that. So I get to turn over 2 suspects. Let's turn over 2 more. Okay, so we found out that our suspect does not have a top hat. This one has a top hat, so I am going to eliminate Arthur. And let's see here. No top hats. Did they have white gloves? They're not supposed to. No white gloves. No red scarf. Okay, they are suspects still. And you keep doing this, and what happens is if you don't roll the right number, so let's just say I'm going for, I'll try suspects again. Oh, so I got them all. Let's just say, though, that I rolled 3 times and I didn't get 3 of a kind. Now the fox gets to move 3. So 1, 2, 3. And that's what happens throughout the game. You keep taking turns, turning over clues, working your way around to the paw prints if you want to get clues, turning over suspects. If you can't roll 3 of a kind, you have to move the fox. And you're trying to figure out who did it before the fox gets down to here. And you can guess early in the game if you feel like one of your suspects is really lining up and matching. Instead of continuing on and just double checking all the other ones, you can take a risk and go, okay, I think it's Edith. Let's guess right now. And if it is, of course, you won. But if it's not, then you immediately lose the game. The kids love this one. I think it's pretty creative how they figured out a way to do this with kids. It's a great one. Okay, this game is Heroes of Kaskaria, and I just got this game just a few weeks ago. We've got to play it just a couple times, and we do like it already. So many people had recommended it that I have been trying to get it for about a year because it's out of print. But eBay has it pretty regularly when I've checked on there. I've just been trying to find one in the right condition for the right price, and I finally found it, and it is great. So I'll try to explain it here. You have two pathways here. What happened is these bad trolls stole the amulet from the people of Kaskaria and their gold and stuff, and so these heroes are trying to go rescue the amulet and pick up treasures along the way, and whoever gets here, well, it's not whoever gets here first. When somebody finally gets here, the game ends, and then you count how much gold you have at the end. That's who wins. So it's a pretty simple format. I love the artwork of the whole thing. First of all, the way these rocks are popping up out of the waterfall and it's cascading down, and this is a volcanic crater, and then you have the ridge runners here. It's pretty awesome. But for cards, there's several different colors. I think maybe 8 different colors, and you can play cards of the same color. But basically the cards are draw 2, a ridge runner, gold, or a scaled griffin. And that tells you who gets to move and what you get to do. So I just wanted you to see what those were. And also let me just show you how great the artwork is on it. Draw 2. Well, I mean the gold, but I just like these guys here. It's nice. Okay, so this is the drop pile. You start out with 5 cards, and you can never have more than 10 cards in your hand. So let me just pretend that I am blue, and we'll have this guy be yellow maybe. Okay, so I look at my hand here. I could, play this and get a gold. I could play just this and draw 2 cards, but I do have 2 blue, so I'm going to play 2 blue, which will let me move my ridge runner twice because there's 2 of them, and I am blue, so 1, 2, and then that goes in the discard pile, and I do not draw more. So let's say the other person is, what did I say, yellow? Okay, the yellow. Okay, so these 2 are the same colors, so I could move 1 of each. Well, that would get the game over real quick, so let me not do that quite yet. Let's just pretend they want to play this. And actually, let's do this. I'm going to draw this one because I'll have 2 orange to play then and fill that back up. Okay, now what do I have left? I'm going to get a gold because we're supposed to be collecting gold. Okay, now let's see. Now, shoot, I'm going to move the yellow guy back because I don't want him. Let's just pretend I'm green. I shouldn't have put the guy right there because 1 move and the game's over, and I'm trying to show you moves. Okay, so I'm green guy. Now I can do some things. Okay, so green guy is going to do this, which is a ridge runner and a griffin. So he gets to move 1 here, and oh, I did the same thing. Green was ready to win, and then the green moves 1. Okay, it's getting close. They're almost to the amulet. Okay, now let's see. I don't have very many cards, so I'm going to get 2 more cards. Oh, that's good. Okay. And let's see. Green guy is going to play this. He gets to move his ridge runner twice. 1, 2. And let's see. I'm blue. I could play this and move my guy. I could play both of these and draw 2 more cards. I might do that. I'm going to draw 2 cards and get a gold. Now, when you're playing, at some point, this card, the waterfall card, is in this pile somewhere. If somebody draws it or puts it out here, it disrupts all of these cards that are right here. So let's just say that maybe I was trying to fill this spot and I did that. Oh, the waterfall. So you have to pick up all the cards here and you shuffle them up and you refill. Oh, look at that, all green. That's crazy. Okay, and then you start again. So, okay, now I want to win. So Let's see if I can get my guy up there. What's this guy gonna do? Let's just pretend. Let's just pretend that somebody got here. Oh, okay, somebody won the amulet. Okay, so the game is over. So then you would count how much gold you have. And whoever got this, let's just pretend everybody had some gold here. This is the worst demonstration of a game I've ever done. Okay. So the game is over. Whoever has the amulet gets 2 extra pieces of gold. Or it's worth 2, so I guess you could just add 2. Well, I'll put 2 in there for it, however you wanted to do that. And what's nice about this is you can, the reminder of how much you score is over here on the board. So what's fun is your Griffin track, you have a first, second, third, yes. First, second, and third place that wins different amounts of gold. And the Ridge Runner track has a first, second, and third place. So this guy would be first, second, and third. So first isn't mean you were in the volcano. Only one person got there, and that just gets them the amulet. But the first, second, third place is just really where you at on the path. And so then you would just count up your points or your gold, and then whoever has the most wins. It's a great game that I just did a terrible job explaining. Okay, next up I have my little Everdell. And it's based on an adult game that's called Everdell that is a well-loved game, and there's lots of expansions for it. People love it. And everybody has said that this family version of it, it's not really considered a little kid's game, but it's a family game version of it. People said it's a great rendition of it. It keeps the feel of the game, a lot of the same artwork, some of the same mechanisms of gathering the resources and doing different things, so that it's a great introduction to the whole world of Everdell, so that once kids really got this figured out, they can graduate up to the full tilt deal. But there's plenty of adults that have said that they love just playing this. It's not like you feel like you're playing a kid's game. It's incredible production here. I'm kind of overwhelmed at how I'm going to give you the gist of this in a quick little blip here, but just the components. You've got little berries and twigs and resin that you're going to be collecting throughout the game, and you'll be using these to purchase these little critters over here. Like this one needs 2 berries, this one needs 1 twig and 2 resin, and as you purchase them, you have your own little player board here, and you're keeping track. I have all my critters on one side and my places, the little houses, on the left side of my player board. And you can see that they're worth different points here. And as you get cards, they also will give you potentially bonuses during the game or immediately or at the end of the game. And so you're strategizing a lot of things at the same time, but the kids really do start to pick up on it. So you're looking for having certain colors that you want. You're looking for a number of houses that you want or critters that you want, plus the point value that you want. So every turn you're going to have, I'm trying to remember now, it's been a little bit since I played it, but you will roll dice anyway. Let's say I think I rolled 3 dice if there was 2 people, and you place them on these dice spots here. Depending on how many are playing, how many dice are involved. So if I'll just go ahead and do them all out there. And so that's telling you what you will get to choose if you land up on those spots. So if I put my critter out, I'm going to get to pick 2. It's actually 2 bowls that have 3 of the same, so I get to pick 2 of any kind I want. So I'm going to I'll pick 2 berries out of here. And I'll keep them here. And then, like, say the next person, look at these components over here. So I don't have another player board up. Let's just say that they went here. Now let's do something different. Let's say they went here and they got 2 twigs in their player board. And so what you're doing with those, like I said, so say next time on my turn, I want to take these and get this guy for 2 berries. I'll put them back in there. And then I can add them to my critter size. And I don't have that color yet, so I don't have quite enough room here, so I'll set them here. But what you're looking for, not only your point value and the fun things you get to do, this says right away, I get to move one of my friends and activate a new location. So I can move him to another spot now and get a twig. These are called friends, your little critters. So you're gathering up points here that you're going to get to have at the end of the game, but you also are looking out here. This is a little parade that's happening down the middle of the board, and you got all kinds of cute little people along the way here clapping and cheering and everything. And these are also ways you could get points. So the topmost card is worth the most. So the first person to be able to win this card is going to get 6 points. The next card down is only worth 5, and so on. So each one has a different criteria. So this one is once you have 5 of 5 critters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, I would need one more critter. But if I got one, then I could pick him and he would stay with me, and I would count those points at the end of the game. This one you have 5 places. This one is you have 3 of any particular color. So you're keeping track. So I have 2 green here if I had one more green. But it could be over on this side too. It doesn't matter if this one is critter or place. If I had a green here, like if I had this guy here, well, that's not a house, like this one. If I had a house and 2 critters, but that's 1, 2, 3 green, that's 3 of a color, so I would get to keep that one. And you're trying to get 1 from each of the parades. And that you just keep going through the rolling let me back up. So if I started, I would get to roll the dice, set the dice out, and I get to set my friend out first. Then they set their friend out and take the things, and you do all 3 of them. And then once you're done, you bring them back in, and then the moon is keeping track of the phases here. So there's, how many is there, 5 or 4? 4. And so once that round is over, the moon moves over to here, and now you're in phase 2 or round 2 of the game. So at the end of 4 rounds, the game is over, and you count up how many points you have, and you'll be earning gold here. Sometimes you'll get, like this one, if you bought this one for two berries, you immediately get 1 gold when you buy that one. It can be just as basic as you want. Like when I play with my grandkids, and we've never finished a game, but have thoroughly enjoyed just playing it as for however long they're interested in it. I think if I saw them more often, we'd be able to get further through. But I thoroughly enjoy it whether we finish it or not, because they just love, choosing which card they want, and they can easily see, like, oh, I need to have that much to pay for it. And as far as strategizing for the end of the game, that'll come with time with playing. So you just got to have patience and let them just kind of revel in the fun of the game and learn it as they go, and they'll gradually be able to grasp more and more. And I forgot too, then once you take a card from over here, you fill those spots. And you just keep going. I'm looking forward to being able to play it more. I'm hoping over Christmas break I'll have a little bit of time with the grandkids where we can settle into it a little bit more. And this game can also be played solo, which I have never tried either, but that's a great thing about that game, about this game. And whatever, I think I got one more here that'll be solo too. And actually I think Heroes of KASKARIA that I just was telling you about can be played solo. That's interesting. Okay, one more to go. Okay, the last game is Jewel Box, and this is a adult game, but I got it for my grandson who's 6 just 2 months ago for his birthday, and he loves it and plays it with virtually no problem. He just needs help counting points at the end is all, but the concepts he's totally getting very quickly, and even the 4-year-old she plays. So I forget what I'll put up on the screen here what the age is, but I think it's something like 8 or 9 and up, or 12 and up, but they totally play. So often I'm finding that the age they put on the games, really the kids can play quite a bit younger than what they say. So I'll need glasses for this one. First of all, though, you just got to look at the artwork of this. My grandson, I should say, that I got it for, his favorite thing to do is to look for bugs. He spends most of his life looking for bugs. And so this was right up his alley. And so you're making a jewel box, which is, like the box with the glass where they pin the bugs to preserve them or whatever. And these are all beetles or insects. I guess, yeah. Beetles? Beetles. Pretty sure it's all beetles. But the artwork is incredible, and they have the scientific name of them. And look at this guy, the Hercules beetle. So incredible. Let me pick up a couple here. And the box is really well, it's super nice quality. I just love how they made it look like, I should turn it this way, like the metal around the corners of it. They did just a really nice job with production. Okay, so some of these, Easter egg weevil, lesser clover leaf. I never knew there were so many kinds of ladybugs. Look at that guy, Australian jewel beetle. So it's really fun just to see all the different types of beetles that there are. So you start out with, here's the log, and you've got five beetles out there. Oh, and I should say too, the instruction manual was so beautiful too, I thought. I love it when they just put so much thought into every part of the game. So great. So you got a log and you have 5 beetles out here to start, and I pretend like I've been playing for a while. And so you're developing your own jewel box, which will be 4 rows across and 4 down, and you work to fill it in. And once you place it, you can't move it, except for you do have 1 forceps at your disposal, and sometime during the game you can use your forceps to swap 2 pieces, but just the one time. So you get different points based on the color that you have and the setup, and I'll explain a little bit of that. So let me just do it this way here. So the scarabs, the green ones, they like to be in the middle of the jewel box. You get points if they're on the outside, 2 points if they're on the outside, but 3 if they're in the middle. So this is how you're going to score at the end when your jewel box is full. I should say that. The game's over once everybody has their jewel box full and finished, and then you count how much points your jewel box is worth. So, and then we have the red is the weevils. If you have 2 of them in a row, and they like to be in a straight line vertically or horizontally, so I got one started vertically. If I had 2, I'd be worth 3 points. If I can keep going, I can get 6 or 10 points. Ladybugs don't like to be next to other ladybugs, so they have to be isolated away from other ladybugs. And if you have 2 of them, right now I have 3, so 3 will be worth 4 points at the end. They can really rack up. If you get 5 of them, it'll be worth 15. The longhorns, they can go anywhere on the board at all, but you count whether you have even or odd numbers, and that's one spot the kids need help with. I've been teaching the 6-year-old how to figure that out. But so at the moment I have 2, so I have even. So right now, if we were to count, I would get 2 points per longhorn that I have. But if I end up getting more and I end up with an odd number, I'd only get 1 point per. And then the jewels, they like to be in pairs, and so then you count how many pairs, and 1 pair is worth 5. So that's how you get points. So what you do is you roll 5, and I would get the 5, number 5, 1, and that's perfect because I need another weevil so I can get more on my line here, and then I would fill it in. And then the next person would go, and then it would be my turn again. Oh, I get the 2. Oh, it's a ladybug, so I can put it here. That'd be fine. Or I could put it out here because maybe I'll get another scarab, and they like to be in the middle, so it'd be better to leave a little spot right there where I could put one. Okay, and also throughout the game you can use, so once you use, let's just say right now I want to use my forceps. I'm going to use that to switch. I'm going to turn it over then, which so I know that I the kids game here. So I'm going to switch because this guy's on the outside and he likes to be in the middle. I'm going to switch these 2 right here so I can get more points for my scarab. And this guy's still fine because he just can go anywhere. One of these, let's see here. Oh yeah, the scarab likes to have different around him too. Yeah, he likes to be in the middle, but he likes to have whoever is to each side of him be a different kind, and this is a good spot for him for that too. And this one is good because these are all different also. Okay, so then I was going to say was at some point during the game, if you want to, it's kind of like a wild card. You can use your magnifying glass instead of rolling. If you know, like, oh man, I need to have, say this guy was up here, and I really wanted to get that one, and I was afraid I wasn't going to roll a 5 and somebody else was going to get it. I could use my magnifying glass to just take that one. I also could, if you wanted to, take from the pile. And then the last token is either a forceps or a magnifying glass that you can use before the end of the game. So you keep going. 4, take this guy. He likes to have different ones. That'll work. Okay, let's see what ends up happening. 5. Eek. He likes to have different, and if you don't meet the criteria, you don't get to count that. So, man, this guy I'm not going to be able to count because wherever I put him, he likes to have something different around him, and that's the same. And if I put him here, it's going to be the same. I might be able to switch him, though, with this. So I could potentially, I might be able to, nope, that's not going to help me. I'm not going to be able to do nothing about that. And then one more roll to finish. 3. Look at this guy. I have no other choice but to put him here. Actually, I could use this, though. Might want to get this guy and or use my forceps. I think I wasn't really paying attention there. I kind of blew that. So let's see. If I took this guy, he is in the middle, and let me double check. He likes to have something different around him, which he's not going to have there. But if I use this guy, it really won't matter. I can't count anything else. I'll just put him in here. Okay, so now I'm going to count. And it's a pretty quick game too, which is nice. And this also can be played solo, but we haven't tried that yet. So I would look at my scorecard here. My scarabs have to be by something different. This one will count. Both of these I'm not going to get to count because I have the same next to each other. So they're not going to look how amazing these beetles are. That's so great. So this guy would be worth 2 points then. Next, my weevils, I have 1, 2, 3, so I would get 6. I just got 2, so that's 8. Ladybugs, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, which is worth 8 points, and I already had 8, so that's 16 because they are not next to each other. So I have 16. Longhorns, even or odd? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, even. 2 pairs, that's 8 more. 16 and 8 is 24. And then pairs of jewels. I have 1 pair for 5, so 25 points I would have. And then you just see, what everybody has, and most points wins. It's really fun. I'd like to get this game for our house. Everybody's been loving playing it, but that's kind of how it is. Like I buy books and games and give them to the grandkids, and I don't have them at my house. So anyway, it's been fun though. Okay, that is it for all the kids games. I hope that you enjoyed that and maybe found some games that you're interested in for keeping at your house or getting for someone on your Christmas list. Who knows? If not, maybe keep it in mind for birthdays in the future. And then just a reminder, I did do a part 1 of this board game series that was on adult games for gifts. So if you have anybody on your list that you don't know what to get them, maybe a game would work. There's quite a variety of games out there. And it's actually a really great couples gift too, I think, depending on the couple, I guess. But all right, I will see you in the next one. Bye.